What is going on, guys? Today we're going to be looking at the versus fire cards, and honestly I'm interested to see what this tier list can look like. There's some very good cards, not quite what I anticipated to start with, but very interesting to say the least, and we've tried a few of them now. Obviously we can kind of get to grips with a couple of them and really know roughly what they're going to be doing, but we will be trying to do all of the reviews later on today, so definitely like and subscribe if you do enjoy that sort of content, and let's get into it. So straight off the bat, the first person that I actually kind of think of with this is got to be Jesus. Absolutely phenomenal striker. Then we're looking at my main Rashford. He is obviously a 5-star, 3-star, and I think again he is top tier. It is a shame that he didn't get the 5-5 or at least like a 5-4 upgrade, but he still managed to get some fantastic upgrades on him. He is obviously coming in at a hefty price of about 700 on the Xbox, but he's going to be in top tier for me. Then we move over to the free cards. I'm thinking Everton, I'm thinking Tagliafeco. Everton was quite nice. Personally, we've used him in a review. I would be looking, in terms of the objective, not very hard to complete. 8 matches, pretty standard. In terms of what he gives you back, compared to the likes of Vinny, Neymar, I'd say he's honestly not bad for a free card, most definitely. I'd be looking at anywhere between, I'd say, top end of B and looking at A. I don't think necessarily he's going to make a lot of main teams, but I definitely think he is worth the grind for at least in your club. If it's a Brazilian squad, if you don't have Neymar or Vinny, or obviously in the Liga NOS or Liga Portuguese League. So personally, I'm going to put him in A, just because I feel like his use is going to be more than necessarily the main team as such. Tagliafeco, again, another one. I think the upgrade for him is absolutely spot on. Really good left back, and obviously does finish a very nice collection of Eredivisie players. So again, another great one to do, and it comes in the exact same sort of requirements, pretty much 8 games to do it, with obviously 3 others to complete in them 8 games. Then if we're looking at Val Verde, I think Val Verde personally has got to go in that top tier as well. Coming in at a hefty price, again at 680, so not a cheap player to say the least. And then we're looking at Koyunde. I think genuinely, again, we have got a lot of good players this week, and I think this is the hype around the promo, is the fact that there is quite a few decent players. Gomez, another one. Good defenders that are going in that position. Correa, again, there's just, I don't know, when you look at it and you think, okay, there is some top players here. In terms of promos, what we've normally had like 1 or 2 decent players that could get main team, and then the rest of them are kind of just fading down the pointless route. Whereas personally, I think these are really decent. You've got, obviously, Jesus could fit into pretty much most teams. Rashford, I think, definitely could. Val Verde definitely could. And even the 2 centre-backs. Even though Marquinhos, Kimpembe are unreal just as standard golds, I'm saying that these are just as good when they've obviously got their specials. Gold Gomez has always been pretty fantastic over the past couple of years. And Correa, now he's had the upgrade, is a little demon. Definitely a demon up front. In terms of Traore then, he's an interesting one. I don't necessarily think he's going to be top. I feel like A is going to fit him in just because of the job that he's going to do. Quick, strong, a little bit more dribbling, and obviously shooting is a bit better again. Passing wise looks okay, a bit higher than average, but I feel like it's not necessarily even the stats that are the problem. It's his animations. He's very big and bulky. Even at I think a smaller height, I don't think he's absolutely massive. He is, doesn't say on here, I want to say it's about 5'7". Let's have a quick look. He is he's 5'10". So yeah, he is very big and bulky, quite a stocky bloke, obviously. So that translates into some animations that just don't help him sometimes. We got our man Roberto. I'd say he's coming in probably around about the B or C tier. He's not a bad card. He's somebody who's very cheap, can pick him up quite easily, and he'll just do a job. He's not necessarily there for the headlines, for the names. He is there just to literally just do a cheap job for you, and he can do it. And Babu is coming in very nice. I've always liked him, Babu. I think we got him last year or the year before in an objective, and he was absolutely class. And again this year, he comes in quite nice. Right backs are a thing that you can find quite a few of. Obviously, a lot of people just rocking the Hakimi Walker combination or even an icon. I don't think there's necessarily many others that people are completely using. Obviously, there is some people using others, but what predominantly I see is Hakimi or Walker. That is just naturally because they're quick, gold, and they're probably untradeable by now. Obviously, Mbappe was coming in at about 85, which is quite cheap and nice. Obviously, cheap and cheerful in the Bundesliga, which does have a nice squad as well. Then we've got Claude, the 84 cam, and to be honest, stat-wise, doesn't look terrible. Whacking a finisher on him, you're getting at least, 8 shooting. Looking at 88, I think genuinely you're looking at, 60k of a player. I think you could definitely argue between top end of B, maybe even low end of A, in terms of where I'd personally rank him. I'm going to go, in terms of what I'm thinking price-wise player, I'm going to go A. I may have to change that if I go and play with him and he's not kind of what I'm thinking. Schultz, unfortunately, is going in the B tier. He's nice, but I think there is far too many good left-backs out there. All he's got is a bit of pace. And yes, you can whack the sentinel or the anchor on it, which will turn him into a very high-rated left-back in terms of 88 in comparison to obviously 85, but I just don't think it's necessarily worth it. I think B tier is what we're looking at, really. 3-star, left-footed, 5'11" with a high medium. We are going to be trying them out later, so again, if you want to see any of these reviews that we haven't done so far, make sure you do like and subscribe on the channel, and hopefully you enjoyed my tier list. I think that is pretty much covered it. I think this week is definitely quite nice. It'll be nice to compare them between the versus ice cards next week, so definitely stay tuned for that as well. We'll be doing a tier list on the ice as soon as they've come out, and hopefully we do find some good SBCs along the way. But apart from that, make sure you do like and subscribe, and I remembered we needed to put Pulisic in. Pulisic is definitely an S. I've completely forgot about him. S, most definitely. Like and subscribe. Peace.